Внимание! Спи спокойно, дальше я разберусь. Все физические способности многократно улучшены. Успешно! Внимание! Погибло 1788 человек.
Golden eyes. Rituals. I've never felt strength like this before. Are you one from the legends? The primordial?
Rimuru is a force to be reckoned with. The disciples of the hero Shizu Aizawa, Grandmaster Yuki Kagarazaka, and the saint Hinata Sakaguchi are known for their strength, but ultimately might not hold a candle to Demon Lord Rimuru.
just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my
Ela fé quando ela só faz a casa. I'm not just another Bloody Mary, Mariana, Mariana. You go down just like Holy Mary, Mariana, Mariana.
Feldway is attacked by his older sister, Belgrin. Fearing that Rimuru will be affected, he cuts the connection with him. Rimuru, knowing the situation, he goes to Feldway. Feldway was attacked and had his mind manipulated. Rimuru faces two true dragons. Alone.
That is his name.
Finally, worthy opponent, our battle will be legendary.
Used to steal your parents' liquor and climb to the roof. Talk about a future like we had a clue. Never planned that one day I'd be losing you. And another lie, I would be your girl. We keep on lessons with the ass against the wall.
After several hundred years, there was no sign of Veldanova's return. Feldway wondered why. Then a thought occurred to him. Could it be that Veldanova has abandoned us? Otherwise, there was no explanation for the fact that the supposedly immortal true dragon had not returned. If he was right, Feldway grieved and hated. Humans on Earth. No, not just humans, but elves, dwarves, beastmen, and even mages. He hated all demi-humans, that is to say, all of humanity. So he wanted to destroy them. The people who took Veldanova from us don't deserve to live. He would unite the world Veldanova had created with his own hands. And then he would condemn those who have committed the greatest crimes. That was Feldway's conclusion.
Did you know? In the intense confrontation between Rimuru and Michael, Rimuru's superior tactics and unique skills allow him to effortlessly deflect Michael's predictable onslaught. Despite Michael's formidable power, it is no match for Rimuru's Void God Azathoth, which renders Michael's Castle Guard utterly useless. In a last-ditch effort, Michael tries to conjure a mighty sword, but to no avail. Ultimately, Rimuru employs Void God Azathoth to consume Michael entirely, bringing the duel to a decisive close. As he dissipates, Michael concedes to the overwhelming might of Rimuru, accepting his loss with a tranquil resignation.
Then, do you have any last words? Rimuru asked him. Accepting defeat, Michael thought to himself. How could he have lost when he had outperformed them in every way? He could not find the answer. That's why he asked a different question rather than sighing in defeat. Who are you? To which Rimuru replied with a puzzled look. I'm just a slime.
I didn't care if he thought I was a sore loser or a whiner, but I at least wanted to complain. Perhaps he wasn't laughing at me, but acknowledging me. Because Feldway had run away from a showdown. I was sure that Feldway, who had acquired Malim as a pawn, would try to defeat me 2-on-1, but surprisingly that didn't happen. Blast off to the end of time and space chronosaltation. It was a familiar phenomenon. It was the same attack that had wiped Velgrin's son off the face of this world only a short time ago. With that in mind, my consciousness blacked out. I was transported by Feldway's space-time transfer to some unknown place, where the past, the future, and the present were all uncertain.
Now everything that was in my way is gone. Everyone else still believes in me. It's only a matter of time before I get rid of the police. What do you think of that, Al? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
Agora, sequência da mulher filha.
Chloe had the ability to go back in time, a gift and a curse intertwined, a power born of desperation and regret. Each time she used it, she hurled herself back 2,000 years, hoping that maybe this time she'd change what was destined. Yet each attempt ended the same way. Rimuru would die. No matter what she tried, no matter the strategies, the alliances, or the sacrifices she made, his fate seemed written in blood and stone, as if mocking her efforts. And so the cycle continued, endlessly looping, a chain with no start and no end. Chloe would throw herself into each new timeline, only to watch him fall once more. Each attempt created a new world, another reality where a different Rimuru, each as beloved as the last, would face yet another death. There were no time paradoxes to unravel, no way to undo what she had done. Each timeline branched off, growing like roots of an ever-expanding tree, stretching deeper into infinity.
In the looming climax of the series, the enigmatic Ivarage emerges as the primary antagonist, a being shrouded in mystery and menace. Originating from the unfathomable depths of space, or perhaps even from the liminal edges of existence itself, Ivarage embodies the essence of calamity personified. Though veiled in obscurity, his very existence is synonymous with catastrophe, an entity devoid of volition, driven solely by the primal instinct for devastation. Not even the legendary Feldway,
New races were born one after another. The Mad King of the Giants, the incarnation of the Yarth, the Queen of the Pixie race, the administrator of the stars, the ancestors of the vampire race to build a civilization on Earth and make it prosperous. From spiritual life forms to semi-spiritual life forms to physical bloodlines. Eternity was lost, but diversity grew in color. And finally, humanity was born, interlocked in parallel worlds of other dimensions. Perfect fertility, adaptability to the environment. They had a unique ego and a curiosity that challenged the mysteries of the world. Veldanava rejoiced. He had come to love this fragile race more than anything else. Veldanava decided to remove the threat from the world for the sake of humanity. Feldway was also ordered to subdue various demons with his own hands. However, the last remaining individual was troublesome. It was Ivarage, the world-destroying dragon, who would later become the king of the cryptids. We do not know where Ivarage came from. In fact, it was unknown where it originated. It could be from the far reaches of space, or even at the edge of another dimension. The only thing that was known for sure was that it was the incarnation of disaster. It had power rivaling that of a true dragon, but it was unable to communicate due to its lack of intelligence. Moreover, because of its destructive instincts, it had the potential to bring about the eventual destruction of the world. It was such a threat that even Feldway could not defeat it one-on-one.
In the Tensura light novel, Rimuru faces off against Ivarage in what may become one of the most epic showdowns in the series. Released by Feldway, who had been corrupted by magicules and now seeks to destroy all creation, Ivarage is a catastrophic force threatening the multiverse. Rimuru steps up, determined to protect his world from annihilation. This battle becomes a critical turning point, pushing Rimuru's abilities to their absolute limit as he fights not only for his own survival but for the fate of all existence. Keep an eye on the light novel for this intense confrontation.
I'm getting butterflies, but it's really something telling me to run away. Maybe you're the reason why I'm so hard.
アイス、僕が怖い。なんで？
In the world of Tensura, there are many powerful races, demons, spirits, and other fearsome entities. But true dragons are by far the strongest. Only 5 are known to exist. Star King Dragon Veldanava, Frost Dragon Velzar, Scorched Dragon Velgrind, Storm Dragon Veldora, Chaos Creator Rimuru. According to the investigation, Rimuru had been born from the magicule pool that leaked from Veldora. And yet, Rimuru devoured all of the Storm Dragon, his parent, and transformed himself into the 5th true dragon, Ultimate Slime. Immediately after, the slime began to take human form. He had a single sword in his hand, and not a scrap of clothing. He looked around 15 to 16 years old. At a height of only 160 centimeters or so, it was not an exaggeration to say that he was of small stature. However, the amount of magicule contained within him was not only comparable to Veldora's, but it also surpassed it. His golden eyes were large and beautiful, as if they could see through everything. His silvery hair was lightly tinged with light blue, giving off a moonlit glow. He had no gender, and his face was more dainty than beautiful. However, the divine presence that he gave off was sublimely transformed into beauty. His dazzling white skin was cloaked in an aura of black and gold.
There once was a middle-aged man who lived a perfectly ordinary life in Japan, but then he was stabbed to death, and so he was reincarnated in a new world. He absorbed the storm dragon Feldway, as well as the body and will of a powerful champion named Shizu. He overcame many challenges, and brought together monsters of all races. He built a nation, and saved children from an early grave. His name is Rimuru Tempest.